Hello, everyone. This is Slow Gods by Claire North, a very good space opera I just finished. Brand new book. So, our fellow here is pronounced Ma'ukana, or just Ma. He lives in a society called the Shine, and the Shine is a nightmare of taking, corporate and government ideas and combining them into one evil entity. When you're born, you're a baby, you have debt because you were born. That costs money. All your medical expenses, all your education, everything you do costs something, and it's piled on your head as a debt. And maybe if you backstab and betray enough people, just maybe you can rise to higher ranks in the Shine. The Shine is a term I basically think is just a replacement for the word evil in extravagance. That's what that is. You step on people, you stab them in the back, you do whatever you got to do to take down your best friend and become something better, or shall I say, better than the other guy. At odds with them is the rest of the galactic community, who are, well, in each of their own species is a community. They rise up together, or as the executor of the Shine says, they just exist together. Those pathetic beings, not stepping on everyone at every given chance and ordering others around and living off the backs of others. He's just that symbol of corporate evil and greed in the world in this one character. And is an interesting character, but again, it's like Darth Vader. You don't want the guy to exist for real, but they do. So yes, this is very much a political book, and it makes commentary on today's politics, basically right versus left. In the rest of the community, they do have, I guess let's call it lack of gender roles, but you'll see things like pronouns that are just replacing a letter, like QE or QHE. And unless I read it wrong, sometimes referred to as both in the same character. So this is where Maul lives. And they have arc space, they have faster light travel. And when you go into arc space as a pilot, you do it once because arc space can drive you insane or kill you when you're connected. You put on this item on your head, and you can pilot through arc space to get to another star quickly. And you do it once. If you survive it, you retire. So Ma does this, and he gets killed. It tells you right in the thing. I'm not spoiling anything. He's killed, but he's resurrected because he gets close to this darkness in arc space. And now this allows him to do two things. Number one, he is immortal. You can hurt him and you can kill him, but eventually he's coming back whole. And two, he can pilot all he wants to. It's not going to drive him insane. And so now he becomes very, very tactically important to all these powers that be who are pushing buttons and pulling the strings. In here, so the slow gods are these enigmatic artifacts, and they don't use arc space, hence they take many years to get to a given star, so they're called the slow. And no one knows what their purpose is. They just seem to observe. They don't talk back when people try to communicate with them. There's one, it's a block that they actually got their hands on, and they put it in one of their space stations, and people give it gifts or talk to it or worship it as a god, but no one knows what they're up to or what they are for. But among others, they are a player. Ma, he seems to be, I don't want to call him empty, but he is different. And this is this is him narrating the story about all the friends he makes and loses, about his own view of the universe, given that he is completely different. He can, even though he can be sort of, how shall I say, defeated, he can reach into the darkness and touch it, and he basically becomes the Hulk. He doesn't transform or anything, but he will destroy everybody in a given area. He blacks out. If you push his buttons too much, he can turn into just a destroyer, and that gets him out of a few situations. So that's Slow Gods. That's the setup. There is a supernova happening. And this is interesting. It's well plotted because it takes time for things to happen. In that, if you have a supernova, well, it doesn't use hyperspace or anything. So it's this near light speed wave of radiation coming out, and there are worlds in the way that need to be evacuated of people, and they just don't have enough time to get them. And during this is when all this politicking takes place. So this is well done. I was really happy with it. This might make my top 10 list for this year. Slow Gods by Claire North. So coming next, I found out about, well, I'll do more in the next video of it. So basically, I saw this book, The Freeze Frame Revolution by Peter Watts, but it turns out that it is part of this is a novel, but it's part of some short stories. And so I had to get all this. It's called The Sunflower Cycle by Peter Watts. And he has a short story in this one. This is a full-length novel. There's a short story in this one. I've had this one for years and didn't realize what I had read at the time. And then Clarksville, I guess that's a magazine. Anyway, so that is going to be next. Should I read one of these? Because this is just the short stories. Of the Freeze Frame Revolution. How do you stage a mutiny when you are only awake one day in a million? How do you conspire when your tiny handful of potential allies changes with each shift? How do you engage an enemy that never sleeps, that sees through your eyes and ears through your eyes and hears through your ears, and relentlessly, honestly, only wants what's best for you? Oh, very dystopian. Sunday Osmundon is about to find out. So there you go with that. That will be next week. Thank you very much. Have a great one.